Hey guys, what's up? My name's Kate. If you're new here, welcome back to my... Oh, I don't like that. Hey guys, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my videos. I post every Monday and Friday. And today I wanted to do a bit of more chill, sit down, chatty video because I have been getting a lot of questions on my videos recently about college, about UF, about sororities, about honestly a lot of things, and so I thought it'd be fun to do a Q&A. So I asked you guys to send me questions on my Instagram and a lot of you guys did. I know that I'm not gonna be able to get to all of them in this video, unfortunately, but if I didn't get to your question and you really want to answer, then please DM me on Instagram. I will have that linked down below, or not linked, but I'll have my Instagram down below and you can DM me. I will answer your DMs if you have questions for me. I also would love to make more of these in the future. If you guys like them, then I'd be totally happy to make more of them. They're really fun to film, I think. So I'm just going to go through and pick out some questions to answer. I'm a sophomore at the University of Florida, and I am out of state. I am from North Carolina. So I got a question saying, was it hard being an out-of-state student, not knowing anyone? Any tips? It is hard being an out-of-state student, but I think that you just have to make the most of it, and truly what's really helped me the most is getting involved on campus, because honestly you don't feel so far from home if you make your campus your home, if that makes any sense. So for me that means surrounding myself with a lot of friends, and the best way to do that I think is to get involved on campus, whether that be in a club, organization, a sorority, a fraternity, whatever it is. I think that that's definitely the best way to cope with being an out-of-state student. The next question is about sororities. It says, how much does a sorority cost / fees? So every school is going to be very, very different with how much their sorority dues are. I know that down south they're a bit more expensive, up north they're a bit cheaper. So it all depends on where you go to school, and also it depends like if your sororities at your school have houses or not, because if you don't have a house then your dues are going to be a lot cheaper. Here at UF the prices do range quite a bit, and they are more expensive for new members. So while you're a new member your dues are going to be pricier, and then once you are an official initiated member your dues will drop. As a new member your dues will probably range anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 a semester, and then once you're a new member or official member then they will probably be more like $1,300 to $4,000 a semester, probably around there. They are a big financial commitment, but you have to remember that when you join a sorority you're getting a lot more than just the social experience. Like, you are getting a meal plan with your sorority. So every sorority is different again, but mine, for example, we offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner Monday through Friday. So that's pretty much a full meal plan that you're getting with that sorority. Some only do lunch and dinner, but some will do breakfast as well. And then also if you live in house you are also getting a place to live, and living in a house is super cheap. It's like way more affordable than having an apartment, and I think it's even more affordable than dorm. So that's also really nice. So you have to remember that you're getting more than just the social aspect of sorority, you're also just getting like living arrangements. So that's really nice. It is pricey, but I think it's worth it personally, but that's obviously a decision that you have to make on your own. Someone asked, did you ever live in one of the dorms? I also got a question asking about the best dorms and worst dorms on campus. No, I have not lived in a dorm. My freshman year I moved right into an apartment, and that's because not every freshman is guaranteed a dorm here. There are a lot of students here and not a lot of dorms. So I moved right into an apartment my freshman year because I did not know if I was going to get a dorm, because I did apply late to receive a dorm, so I was unsure if I was going to be able to get one. I ended up getting one, but obviously didn't live in one because I already signed an apartment. I don't know what it's like, but I have been in a lot of dorms, and honestly the dorms here are not very nice at all. But you know, it's an experience and it's a great way to meet people as well. If you live in a dorm, like, you meet people like in your hall, and that's a great way to meet people as a freshman. But I think that the best way to pick dorm is on location, because honestly like none is nicer than the other. They're all not great. If you are planning on joining a sorority, I think that Beatty is a really good dorm because it's really close. So is Broward and Jennings. Also, if you choose based off what you like living wise, Beatty has a kitchenette and a bathroom shared amongst 4 people. So if that's something that you want, that's a good place. I think Broward is probably the most updated, and Infinity Hall, but Infinity is kind of far. There's honestly a lot of dorms There's also some dorms that are closer to like the stadium and closer to the like frat row. If you're rushing a fraternity, then there's dorms closer to there. I honestly, off the top of my head, cannot think of them right now, but if it's helpful, I'll put something on the screen right here of like different dorms and what they're kind of close to, like what I think they'd be good for. Someone asked me, what clubs are you in? I am in my sorority, Zeta Tau Alpha. I'm also the nutrition chair for my sorority, so I plan the menus for my sorority and pick out the meals. And then I'm also in the PPAA club here on campus, which is a pre-physician assistant club, because that's what I want to do professionally when I graduate. I got a question on how to meet new people / make friends in college. Again, this goes back to, I think it's really important to join clubs and organizations, because that is the best way by far, I think, to meet friends. Honestly, here the classes are so big, most of them are depending on your major, and you're really not going to meet people in class. I really recommend joining a club the first semester you get to college. So for me, I rushed a sorority, and that starts actually before school even starts, so that's really nice that you kind of get a jump start on meeting people right away, and I loved that. And also, if you live in a dorm, be social with people in your hall, leave your door open, go introduce yourself to people. That's a really good way too. Ooh, I like this one. Assumptions you had about UF versus what it was actually like. Well, I assumed that I would not like UF at all because this was my 5th pick school. I did not want to come here, so I really assumed that I wouldn't like it and that I wouldn't be happy here. I assumed that it would be so big that it wouldn't feel like home. It's actually really nice here. Like, I love it here. I made it feel like home. It's a really big school, but once you find your place in it, it is honestly like a really amazing place to be. And I love the classes, I love the people here, I love the environment, I love the weather. People here are honestly just so nice, welcoming, and open. I know that a lot of schools that are really academically competitive can sometimes be hard when you like in the actual like learning environment, like people don't want to help you because they're just competing with you all the time. I honestly haven't felt like that. I feel like everyone's willing to help you and you guys kind of want to work together to get the best grade. So I love it here personally. But I got a question about what's the best and worst parts about college so far. By the way, I love you. I love you too. The best part about college for me is how independent you are and how you get to live your own life when you are here. It's the first time that you are no longer under the same roof as your parents most of the time, and while that can be scary to be on your own and have to take care of yourself, it's honestly like amazing experience. And I love being on my own schedule and having way more free time to do things. Like, I am definitely so much more busy in college than I was in high school, even though I don't even have classes like 2 days of the week. I only have class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm way more busy than I was in high school, but I fill it with things that I actually enjoy. Your schedule is a lot more flexible and you have a lot more independence and freedom to do the things that you want when you want and not have anyone tell you you can't do it, which can be a bad thing, so don't go crazy with that. I got a question about why I joined a sorority. I joined one to make friends. Pretty much plain and simple, I just wanted to make friends. I also knew that it'd be a great way to get involved because I assumed that the girls in the sorority would help me to find new clubs and like find things that I could get involved with on campus, and they did. So I really just wanted that support system coming out of state. I wanted people that I could lean on and rely on and just have a place that I could go to feel like a home away from home. Having a sorority house, having a place that you can go to just lay on the couch and watch TV, or to just hang out with friends or eat food, or like literally anything. It's a really nice place that you can have to go to feel safe. That's why I joined. I just think it's really fun, and I've met all my closest friends through my sorority for sure, so it's just a really great way to meet people. Compare college to high school. So I think the main differences between high school and college is that in college you have your own schedule. You make your own schedule. You can have all your classes really early in the morning, you can have them really late at night, you can have them scattered throughout the day, you can have days with no class, which is really nice. You make your own schedule. In high school it's like 8 to 3 or 7 to 2 or whatever your hours are, and there's just, you sit there all day long and do school. I also just think that the freedom and independence thing is way different in college, and that also just comes with a lot of things that you have to do on your own, like doing your own laundry. If you haven't been doing that, you gotta do that in college. You gotta cook for yourself, clean. You're really on your own and taking care of yourself, and that's a huge difference. Like, I didn't realize how much I relied on my parents in high school until I didn't have them anymore. in college. I still have them, but you know, they're not here. What do girls usually wear around campus? T-shirts, cute clothes, etc. Honestly, it varies. I think the majority of girls wear t-shirt and shorts or sweatshirt and leggings. I think it's very, very casual. I don't hardly ever see people dressing up around campus. I personally like to be comfortable going to class, especially because here, it's in Florida, like it's hot most of the time, and you're probably gonna be sweating walking from that class to that class, and you don't really want to be wearing something super cute because you're just gonna sweat in it. So t-shirt and shorts definitely, I think, is the biggest outfit at this school. This is a good question because I didn't think about this when I came to college, but someone asked, is it challenging to get the classes you need? Any recommendations? I'm assuming this is referring to registration. Yes, here it is so hard to get the classes you need. It's so competitive. There's not a lot of spots in classes sometimes, and a lot of people need to take them. So for me personally, I always struggle in registration. I never have had a semester where I've gotten every class that I wanted to get into or needed to get into. I think freshman year in the fall, I did not get into a single class that I wanted. Not one. So it's really frustrating. It's mostly because they pick the registration time based on your credits. So if you have more credits, then you're gonna have an earlier registration time, and if you have less credits, you're gonna have a later one. I mean, like, I get it because it's supposed to be like seniors get priority, then juniors and sophomores and freshmen. However, there are a lot of freshmen that have more credit hours than I do because they came into college with dual enrollment, with IB, with all this stuff, and I didn't have that. I took a couple AP classes in high school, and that was it. So I came in with, I think, 6 or 9 credits, and some people come in with like 40. It's insane. So I always have a really late registration time, and I do not get the classes that I want. But eventually I'll get them, so it all works out fine, but it is frustrating for sure. Best tips for incoming freshmen. I just got accepted into UF 23. Well, congratulations, first of all. It's getting harder and harder every year to get into UF, so that's amazing that you got in. And my best tips, I think, would definitely be to take it seriously and learn time management now, because college is way harder than high school. Not really the information, honestly, just the time commitment. Like, in high school, I could study for an exam the day before, like even the day of. If I have it later in the day, like, I would just study during lunch and be fine. That's not the way it is at all in college. I study a week to 2 weeks in advance. You just really have to learn how to study and what works for you, and maybe you can study a day or 2 in advance and be fine, but I have found that's just like not the case in college, and you really have to commit to studying really early for your exams or you're just not going to do well. Why did you choose your major, and how do you balance school and free time? So when I applied to UF, I applied as a biology major just because I knew I wanted to go into medicine or some sort of medical field, and biology is just the classic go-to. But when I got here, I realized that bio majors have to take a lot of genetics electives, and I am just so bored by genetics. I think it's just really boring. And I actually love nutrition. I love food. I love learning about health and like what food does in our bodies. So I switched to nutritional sciences, which is what I am now, and I love it. It has mostly all the requirements I need for PA school, which I am pre-PA, so that's awesome. I think the only thing it doesn't have is anatomy and medical terminology. I'm taking both those this semester. So, and how I balance school and free time. Not well. I think it's really important waking up early for me. I know if I sleep in, I'm just wasting so much of my day, and I'm gonna get way less done than if I wake up early. So I like to wake up pretty much like at 8 a.m. even on the days that I don't have class, because that's how I know I'm going to get my schoolwork done and then have time to do fun things after I get my work done. What's my favorite thing about UF? So I love how much there is here for help with school. There are a lot of resources here that you can use to help you in your classes. If you don't go to UF, you probably wouldn't know what these things are, but there's Study Edge and Smoke-A-Notes and tutoring places, and they all basically just help you with your classes and do reviews, do tutoring sessions, give you like practice problems, and those kind of things like saved my grades in some classes. Like I would have probably gotten a C and I got an A instead because I had those places to help me. Someone asked me, how do I stay motivated to keep going? For me personally, it feels so good to see your hard work pay off when you get a grade back. And yes, it does suck having to study all the time and having to be in the library on Friday night or Saturday night when your friends are going out having fun or doing something that you want to do, but the feeling of missing those things is not as bad as the feeling of getting back an exam and realizing that you failed and that you have to play catch up all semester and try and raise your grade. So personally, for me, I stay motivated by knowing that if I work hard now, then it'll pay off in the end and I'll get that reward. This question I am very hesitant to answer because it's something that I don't want to come off across in the wrong way, and I also don't want other people to compare themselves to me, because I know that I wondered the same thing before coming to college, and comparing myself to other people really just was not good. What was your GPA and test scores? I don't want to answer this because I don't want people to compare to me and think, oh, like if I get a better GPA and test score than Kate did, then I'll get into UF because she did. Oh, if I have a lower GPA and test scores than Kate, then I'm not going to get into UF. And neither of those are the case at all. I think admissions are very unpredictable, and yeah, your GPA and test scores do matter, but I don't think they are the end all be all final deciding factor of your admission to a school whatsoever. So just keep that in mind with this. In high school, my GPA I think was like a 4.98 or 4.97. I don't remember the exact number because I haven't looked at it in so long, but that was my GPA. And my test scores, I think I got a 1310 on the SAT. ACT, I think my best score was a 26. So yeah, those are my scores. But please don't compare yourself to me. It's just really not healthy. And it's really not a good indicator about if you're gonna get into UF or not. I think that's all the questions that I'm gonna answer today. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I didn't get to your question, I'm really sorry. You can always DM me, and I'll definitely make more of these videos in the future. And comment down below some video ideas. If you want a video for me in specific, let me know what it is and I'll be happy to make it. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would mean so much to me, and I'll see you guys in my next video.